Law, Member of Parliament for Trelawny Southern. She's a mother, she's an entrepreneur, and she's definitely affable, loving, eloquent, articulate, and very ambitious and hardworking. She is my very special guest right here on Women in Politics, Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert. How are you?
I'm just wonderful, great.
You're looking so radiant today. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you very much.
I know that we're in the thick of the throes of election and campaigning and all of that. How are you adjusting?
Oh, I'm adjusting well. It's normal for me. My constituency is far away from home. It's 2.5 hours. I'm used to being there.
Yes.
I'm always with my people. We got home last night a little later than usual. Got home at about 1 o'clock because it's campaign time, but we're doing well.
When the Prime Minister announced the date for September 3, 2020 for the general election, what was your reaction? And how far along, when did you find out, really? We found out when he announced it in Parliament.
I found out when he announced it in Parliament. I knew from the discussions that were taking place among us as parliamentarians, and I knew from he changed his shoes and he put on his scarf. I knew the time was getting near. And constitutionally, we're due to have an election, so we know it's coming. But that I knew for sure when he announced it in Parliament. And you asked me how I felt?
Yes.
A sense of excitement and a little bit of anxiety. It happens all the while with
Do you ever get accustomed to it? You've been a veteran politician now for quite a number of years. When election comes around, or you're on the campaign trail, do you still get nervous? Do you still get apprehensive?
I still feel a sense of anxiety. I'm still apprehensive, and I have never gone into an election thinking,
you got this.
No, I've never. This is my 4th election, and it's the same. I'm in the classroom last night, going with my workers, as I do every election, until we left the classroom in Lormers, probably sometime after 11 last night. I sit with all my workers every single election. We do our workers list, we do our canvas together, and I know for sure who are the people representing me on election day.
What kind of member of parliament are you? Oftentimes, members of parliament get, berated. A lot of times, their constituents are angry with them. They're not doing this. You promise you this. You never deliver. And sometimes, persons are happy to see their MPs. How would you grade yourself in terms of what you have done for your constituents over the years?
I will grade myself. I'll leave the people to grade that. But if you judge from the results, I have done 3 elections. I have always won my elections, and I have always increased my margin at each election. We have a great family relationship in South Trelawny. We love each other dearly, but we quarrel with each other sometimes. But I'll say to you, when it comes to the outside world, as always, the family surrounds each other, and they are as equally protective of me as I am of them. And I just think we've had a great time together in South.
People know you on the political scene and in the political arena, but how would you describe Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert to someone who is meeting you for the very first time?
Self-assured.
Yes.
Very confident. And I have strong opinions. I am, however, a team player at all times. And I recognize that there are times when your own personal views, particularly in the political arena, must take second place to that of the family, the institution, the association you have with the political arena. But I love people. I enjoy lots of things like cooking. I love housework.
Really? What do you love to cook? What's Marisa known for? If I should ask your husband or your children or your family, what's your bad
I'll tell you, my husband would tell you I'm just the best cook ever. I love to cook. My dad enjoyed cooking, and I enjoy housework. I am.
So what you enjoy cooking? So tell me, stew peas, where you mad pan, ackee and saltfish. When Marisa throws down in the kitchen, what are you known for?
I do a fabulous roast lamb leg.
Oh,
I love that. And my mother will eat
roast
ackee and
lamb leg.
Right, the leg of lamb,
yes.
roasted. And my mom will have ackee and saltfish with corn pork 3 times a day, 7 days a week. So I'm good at that.
You love housework? Oh, wow. I've never quite heard many women say it with such, glee that they love housework, but that is commendable.
Well, darling, I'm here to tell you, Marisa enjoys housework. It's the strangest thing.
Yeah? What's
yes.
your favorite chore?
The part of how, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like to wash and iron.
Yes.
While I studied in Barbados, I'm an attorney, my very close best friend, we shared a flat together. She's now retired from the High Court. And we shared the flat for years, and we shared our duties. My friend did all the washing and the laundry, yes. and I did the housework and the cooking. Yes. So that tells you, I enjoyed that, and she did, and we made a fabulous team that way. I don't like to wash and iron,
yes.
but I'll sweep, I'll tidy up, I'll cook, I'll do everything, I'll wash up, and I'm fine with that. In fact, my sister-in-law and myself, when we're at home on the weekend and there's no helper there, we always said, well, if we went away, we would get the top prize for yes. the best housekeeper. And we have a good life. Yes. You know what? And we enjoy it.
In Jamaica,
cleanliness
is next to godliness, and we've
yes.
heard that.
And
so
listen,
great.
I enjoy it.
Wonderful.
I make no bones about that.
So what does your husband think about your involvement in politics? I mean, you got involved back in 2007 when you defeated the People's National Party, Doneth Brown-Reid at that time. Was it a conscious decision to get involved in politics?
Yes.
Or were you guided along that path?
No, it was a conscious decision. I was approached by Dr. Neville Gallimore, who is a veteran politician who passed earlier this year. And when he opened the discussion, my husband is a very private person. He's a successful businessman, but he is very private. And he asked, my husband brought the discussion to him, and he said, no, look, his main thing was, at my stage in life, Marisa, I've done all the things and achieved all the things I wanted to do.
Yes.
He said, think about it carefully, and if it is something that you really want to do, and you go for it. We discussed it for about 5 months. Talked to the children, talked to my parent, my mom. My father had passed. He passed in 1990, and we discussed it at length. And we decided what parameters, where we would go, how we would deal with certain things. And he has been absolutely he is the most wonderful husband I could have had.
Wow.
And he has been my best supporter. I could never have done as well as I have done had it not been for his support. Albeit he has never been on the campaign trail.
I was about to ask if he comes with you, if he accompanies you. What about your children? Do they come on the campaign trail with you?
Well, my 2 girls are away. My youngest son is here. He's been on the campaign trail as a young man. And the girls, when they're home, they're both living in the United States. When they're here, they're not actually on the campaign trail, but they've been into the offices with me. And they're really they send all the barrels and things with toys and things back to assist me over the years.
And what do they think about women being in politics?
Oh, they think it's just exciting and wonderful. And every time something happens, they say, Mommy, so-and-so. They're fine. I could not, and I would not have done it if I did not have the full support of my entire family, and I do.
And so as an attorney at law, I'm sure a lot of the skills from getting that legal education would have also assisted you in dealing with people of different classes, nature, and strata of society. During your tenure as a politician, what has been the most or the greatest lesson or lessons you've learned about yourself?
What is a great? I have learned many lessons. Being in the political arena has taught me patience. You have got to learn to be patient. And as an attorney, we talk a lot. The political arena has taught me to listen. Learn to listen. Just stop for a moment, because my own inclination is you get into the room, you talk. And I quickly learned that one of the most important lessons is to listen. Understand and listen to the ground. What are they saying to you?
And what do they want?
And what would they? So if you ask me, that is the most important lesson I have learned. To learn to listen. Understand that your voice is not the important voice in this arena. It is a voice of the people you serve.
Do you think women in politics get enough respect, or the respect that they deserve and should get, ought to get?
I'm going to tell you something. I've never been a feminist. So, and I've been an attorney. When I became an attorney about 42 years ago, started my practice in Falmouth, I was the only female on the bench for the first 3-4 years of my practice. And I don't know, you perform, and if you perform well, you're respected. You get the respect you do. Sometimes you don't achieve what you think you ought to achieve in the time. But I have not found any lack of respect in the political.
Are the odds more against the women in politics? Or is it that they actually are at an advantage because they're women and they have a certain quality or proclivities that put them at an advantage?
I think women have an advantage in the political arena, from the sense that most of us are more sensitive to people. You understand what is happening. Men are business like cut and dry. But because the female side of us, we're sensitive to it. But I don't think we have an advantage, and I don't think we have a disadvantage. I just think that you have to get into something, focus on what you want. That's how I approach it, and get the work done. You can't look at what is happening. You can't follow everything that people say. You have to know focus. You have your goals. You know what as a team you're to achieve. And you know as a person what your own standards and your own goals are.
Many persons believe that women have to stack up on their educational qualifications in order to play a part in the political sphere. What are your views on that?
In the political arena, nobody's really interested in whether I'm an attorney, a doctor, or anything. Who the arena looks at is who you are as a person. Are you concerned with representing me and helping me to build and improve my life? I mean, my people remember I'm an attorney if they have a case in court. But when we're out there on the field, we're just people. And what it is that you have to be, I would say, if you don't love people and you don't want to help people, forget it. It doesn't matter. And a lot of people are extremely bright and do well in a boardroom, in a business and so, but that doesn't make you an excellent politician. What makes you an excellent politician is your desire to serve and to help to improve the lives of other people.
Your constituency is rather large. How do you maneuver and strategize where to go and whom to serve on a particular day? How do you get through that?
How do I do that? I have good counselors, I have good area people, and you know, people are not foolish. They know you can't be everywhere at once. When I joined the political arena after I won my election, I opened an office in 2007 in Albertown. And I did so. That was when the Honorable Bruce Golding was Prime Minister. I have never closed that office. We opened the office. It is opened religiously since 2007, from Monday to Friday. And during periods like election, we are opened on a Saturday and Sunday. And I have always had that office properly manned. Why? because I say to the people all the time, I laugh. I said, do you believe in God? They say, yes. I say, have you ever seen him? And they say, no, Mama, we don't see him. I say, but you felt his goodness. They say, yes. And I say, that is what the office and the staff has done for me in South Trelawny. I have a base where people come every day, make their requests, tell their problems, and my staff monitors, gets to me, and we write. And so on a night, every night I get hundreds of little WhatsApp, Mama, thank you for so-and-so. I don't know the person, but they have come.
Do you serve your PNP constituents as well?
Oh yes, almost definitely. Indeed, let me tell you something. I could not have increased my margin had it not been for serving. I say to people, when an election is over, my office serves the people of Trelawny. We have funds from the tax that are paid by taxpayers. It is for everybody. When the Prime Minister calls an election and I don my green shirt, I'm into who are Labour rights.
By the way,
but
why
generally,
did you choose the General Labour Party, the Jamaica Labour Party?
Because that is a party that I think has the better policies. I have always admired the policies that they have had, and I have admired several of the leaders that have been there. And that is that has been, oh, come on. and that was a party that approached me to represent.
Who are some of the women in politics to whom you look up and who have impacted you in a positive way?
Well, several women. From the past, I have always admired. When I came in, Mavis Gallimore, I always saw her. She entered the political arena. She did well. And I thought, for a woman who was so mature, to this day, when you see her, she carries herself well, she's dignified, and she has served. Enid Bennett was another person. And of course, in our own thing, Babsy Grange and Shahini Ram's not blessed memory. I mean, Shahini would come on a platform and just light the place afire. So there have been several women that have in some way admitted. There are people from the other side of the political divide also who I have admired. I admired the way the Honorable Portia Simpson Miller dealt with people. I always smile, I remember years ago, while she was the Prime Minister, I remember it was coming on to Christmas. We had done Christmas work. And it was Minister Scott. And I didn't get the funds for my people. I was so mad. I said, Christmas is coming. And I got a number for Mrs. Simpson Miller. Somebody said, don't tell her how you got the number. I called, and her housekeeper answered. She said, she's at a funeral. I said, really? She says, but I'm going to give you her cell. I'm young in the politics, but still, I got the cell, so I'm self-assured. My people want their money, and it's Christmas, so I called. Well, to my surprise, she answered the phone, and I told her. She said, what? You haven't got your money? All right, I'm going to call Minister Ascot. And I shared a joke with him. He remembers it very well. That was Saturday morning. And Saturday evening, he called me, Minister Ascot. He said, the checks are coming down on Monday morning, and I got it. So there have been several women from both sides of the political divide that have impressed me, and I'm comfortable with my own self. So you pull from them, and you have your own standards and your own views and your own.
So Marisa, when are you getting your dove, and from whom would you want a dove? Tell me, come on, have the links, I'll link their people and get you a dove.
Marisa will get a dove when somebody gives Marisa.
Who you want a dove from? Just tell me and I'll organize it.
Really?
Yes. I'll reach out to my people. I'll let my people link their people.
I love Wayne Marshall.
True.
I do. I love Wayne Marshall. But the truth is, I always say, it's so strange. The doves and everything is really associated with the young people and what's happening now. And I do think it's wonderful. It brings a lot of excitement to the place. But there are those of us now who are from the older school, and I always say it's a combination of both. So if somebody is young and vibrant and finds a dub that suits me,
no
go
problem.
for it. No
well,
problem.
I'll definitely be true and reach out. But thank you so very much for talking to us on Women in Politics. You're definitely an inspiration to many in your constituency and across Jamaica. And as a servant of the people, being put as the Member of Parliament for Trelawny Southern, I'm sure that you are in good hands. So thanks to Marisa, you heard her in her voice. She can cook, she can wash, and she can clean. She can also serve her constituents. She has lots to accomplish, and she has accomplished much, and she still has the vim, vigor, and vitality to carry on as a woman in politics, representing the people of the Jamaica Labour Party. Thank you for watching Women in Politics. We're in the parish of Trelawny in the district of Alps. We're here at the Southern Trelawny Edu Skills and Training location, the Alps campus, which was conceptualized, built out, and was envisioned by the Member of Parliament for the Jamaica Labour Party, Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert. Let me tell you, it is quite impressive, but you don't have to take my word for it. She's here to tell us all about it. Marisa, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. Talk to us about this vision that you had and what you have built out for this wonderful constituency.
Well, as a Member of Parliament, a member of this government, we believe in prosperity. And one of the major avenues of moving people from poverty into prosperity is education.
Very well.
And education is a broad topic. You don't have to be an attorney or a doctor or anything. Education, skills.
Yes.
Skills training is greatly needed in this country,
so
as
when did
in many other areas.
So when did you conceptualize this, and talk to me about building it out for your constituents?
Well,
and what do you offer here at the Edu Skills Training Center?
One of my first achievements and my greatest achievements when I became a Member of Parliament in 2007 under the leadership of the Honourable Bruce Golding, we converted a building which we didn't even notice in the middle of Albertown, which you'll see, that housed goats for a long time. Wow. They were just there. And I wanted to do a skills training center. And I approached Hart at first. And when I approached, they said, I don't think this can work because you don't have the right entrances. I spoke to our Prime Minister then, Bruce Golding.
Yes.
He said, write a project. And he recommended me to Chase. And the rest is history. We opened a training center there, and we are to this day flooded. Lots of students have come in. They've been trained in housekeeping, in bartending,
yes,
in various skills. I get little notes on my WhatsApp. Miss, I'm working at down at a hotel in Montego Bay.
Yes.
I added a room to the house.
Aww.
And I'm proud to say one of our first graduates was a gentleman who usually does drawings for buildings, and he was properly trained and got his certificate. He was over 70
wow,
at the time he graduated.
Amazing.
So skills training is for the very young,
yes,
young people who didn't make it for one reason or the other in the school system, or fell out, had a child, want to do, and we've had lots of those, and we go to whatever age. It's what you can conceive and what you want to be.
Yes, and it can be achieved.
So when we had in this building the Alps Primary School, that was when the Honourable Ronald Thwaites, yes, was the Minister of Education. And for whatever reasons, they thought it was best to close this school and to work with another school up in the area. They had too few students. A lot of things were working. And when he announced that he was going to close the school, the community just went up.
Yes.
And as the Member of Parliament on the other side of the aisle, yes, the crush was, come, we're going to have a demonstration.
So how did you diffuse that?
I said, hold on, not a demonstration. If you get a line, you must make the best lemonade.
Lemonade, yes.
And I called the minister himself, and he was most happy. He was receptive, and he helped me to pilot the process where we got this
So you had a good relationship with the minister then Minister Ronald Place of Education from the People's National Party.
Oh yes.
Oh wow, so it's political partnership that operates in this particular constituency.
Oh definitely. And I'm proud to say as a member of parliament that the people of South Trelawny has benefited from my representation under both the People's National Party as well as my own party, the Jamaica Labour Party. Because when the Minister of Education, when we changed administrations and we became government under the leadership of the Honourable Reef at the time, he was very supportive, and the Heart Trust NTA has been the backbone of this place.
So what kind of skills can persons acquire here?
We have commercial food prep, and we have a room that is equipped as any in anywhere else in other institutions. We have cosmetology, we do massage, we do hair, we do nails, we have a complete computer room, air conditioned, we do classrooms, we do the soft skills, we do a section of agriculture, they call it crop production, so we have our own thing here. And the facilities we offer here are the facilities equal to any, I dare say, in any other art institution. As I say to my people, we're here in the country.
Yes.
We are honest, hard-working, independent people. And I believe we're equal to all, and in some cases, better than others.
I love that. Wonderfully put. Finally, what do you want your legacy to be when you are remembered, when you're looking at your epitaph? What do you want people to remember from your service to the constituency of Southern Trelawny and to the constituents here?
I would like to be remembered as someone who loved the people, believed in the people, and did all that I possibly could to advance their station in life, increase prosperity, increase their self-esteem, increase their confidence and belief in who they are.
Amazing.
I will tell you, as I look at you, you're so beautifully put together.
You.
And I'm going to tell you now, our people here are so talented. If you see what they do with the t-shirts, they cut them up and they make the most fabulous designs. And there's some girls here who do the makeup beautifully, and you wonder, where is it and how is it they've learned it? They have raw, natural talent. All they need is to be encouraged and have the support systems around you. And I'll tell you, they'll better anybody.
And you're doing exactly that. Absolutely amazing. Labor for learning before you grow old, for learning is better than silver and gold. Silver and gold will vanish away, but a good education will never decay. Member of Parliament for Trelawny Southern, Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert. Mrs. Cara Waugh, the administrator of the South Trelawny Skills Training Center, the Alps campus, and she's going to give us a walkthrough with a Member of Parliament, going to give us a tour of the Skills Training Center and show us exactly what they do, what they teach, and how they make all the magic happen. Mrs. Waugh, after you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this is the cosmetology classroom.
Yes.
Where we host at least 25 trainees.
Okay. And how long have you been the administrator?
Since 2015.
And how has it been for you so far?
It is great. It's a good experience having to deal with a young person just like myself.
Yes.
But it is a great experience.
All right. And what do we have over this room?
This room is the crop production classroom.
Okay. What is crop production? For persons like myself who don't have no clue.
All right, so we teach students different farming techniques. So it is right here.
Yes.
And then they will just move down to the farming site.
Okay. All right, what else do you have to show us?
Over here, we have the commercial food prep classroom.
Yes.
And this is where we train our students to be chef.
Okay, so chefs. So all the chefs, this is where you need to come and learn. And guys, I've been cooking, so you know what time it is. Hello. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we're moving on to our computer room.
Oh, very well. Let's see this. Computers. This is nice.
So this area we have our projector.
Okay.
We have our AC installed.
Yes.
And we have a printing facility, so students can print their work. They don't have to leave this campus.
Okay, and this is open to all members of the community?
Yes.
Very good. What else do we have, Mrs. Wall? Mrs. Wall, where are we standing right now?
So we're in the middle of our commercial food prep area.
Yes.
So this is where our students, they will come in 2 times per week, and then we'll have on-spot training.
Yes.
And then we have our commercial stove.
Yes.
Our deep fryer.
How long is the training for something like this when they come? How long does it take to get trained?
It's 9 months.
9 months.
Only 9 months, and it's a level 2 program.
Oh, so after the 9 months, you're issued a certificate?
Yes,
oh.
a NCT Vet Certi.
Wow. Yes. Talk to me about what do you appreciate about your Member of Parliament, Mrs. Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert, and what she has done with this EduSkills Training Center, the Alps campus.
When the school started, there was nothing here.
Yes.
And it was our Member of Parliament who put everything that you see right here.
Wonderful.
So there's so much to give her thanks for.
All right, good job. Mrs. Waugh, the administrator, you've heard, you've seen, it's all right here. Skills training, education, and you know, education never postponed. Absolutely amazing what's being done by women in politics. And you understand that women play a very pivotal and important role in politics, in the lives of Jamaica and Jamaicans.
This is where the people of South Trelawny has been able to come, make their requests, make their complaints, have everything dealt with here.
Why should they choose you or elect you for the next general election as the Member of Parliament for Trelawny Southern?
You know, since we have all the people here, instead of answering you,
Yes.
I love the people in here.
Yes.
Anybody?
Talk to me. Why is she the best MP in the world?
Because she's there for everybody.
Yeah.
Anytime you call on her, she's there for you.
Yes.
She's my bed, she's still there for you.
All right,
So
tell me
she's
some
the
of
best.
the things that she has done for the constituency.
Everything. You can't everything. Road, light, houses. You know, I mean houses, I mean houses.
Yes.
So, no, right now, can use inside bathroom and stop use pit tiles. So
Once she ring out and we know we're gonna get it. And
Yes.
sure about my MP. Talk about MP. But yeah, my MP, Mrs. Philibert, is the best MP come to South Trelawny. And when me say shower, I mean shower, the mama this say you see the dibby PMP when they come up here to step aside.
Everyone is going nowhere. We cannot manage.
So let me just ask this. So for the next general election, which the Prime Minister, the Honorable Andrew Holness, says is going to be held on September 3, 2020, will you guys be voting for Marisa Dalrymple? Well, she said she didn't have to say anything. They have said it for her. The 5-star general. She's the Member of Parliament for Trelawny Southern, and by the sounds of things, she will be returned. But we will wait and we will see. She is a woman in politics representing for each and everyone in this constituency. They're saying 4th term. We will all see women in politics doing real big things. What are some of the accomplishments that she has put in place that you're most proud of?
Infrastructure, road, and since we have an improvement in the road, we have seen increase in business, increase in traffic, because a lot of people normally probably going to Montego Bay and travel all the way to Westwood. Now they come through the hills, it is shorter for them. And the greatest thing that I feel so good about is the water project.
Yes.
That is about to start, because I've been here for almost 60 years.
Wow.
And there's no such project. They tried it once under the farmer government in the 70s. It didn't work. and now we see this coming to fruition. I think it is the greatest thing that has ever happened to Southern Trelawny. Pipe water coming into homes in the very near future, because they have almost started the project now.
So you are the chairman, and talk to me about some of your involvement in Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert's campaign.
Well, it's mainly to hold the constituency together, try to keep the support strong, try to keep the people dedicated to her and to the Jamaica Labour Party itself. You know, that's the main thing that I do.
And why should persons vote for Marisa in the next general election?
Because in my view, she has done the most for Southern Trelawny compared to other members of parliament that I've seen. And in terms of housing, road, water that is coming, and personal benefits, assistance to students going to high school, to university, all sort of assistance, book. Talk about the books for school in September. I've seen no other member of parliament come here and do millions of dollars in book vouchers, medication for persons who can't afford it.
Yes.
You know, these personal things that I've seen. But I'm most, as I said before, proud of the infrastructure development, because it has brought in people from outside, more business people, because people now traversing this terrain and stopping by, having a drink at the bar, the restaurant, even at the hardware. So that is one of the greatest. And the water.
Yes.
The water that is coming, the Quash River project, it is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Amazing. Well, guess what? I think God also agrees, because we're getting showers of blessings, thunder roll and lightning flash, so it will seal up right here. Marisa Philibert, she is the Member of Parliament for Trelawny Southern, and she's looking for yet another term to return to Parliament to continue her work that you hear so many of her constituents talk about. Women in politics. Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert, veteran politician from 2007, holding the seat as Member of Parliament for Southern Trelawny. She is hardworking, she is affable, she's an attorney at law and a woman in politics. Her constituents say that she has delivered on all her promises for roads, housing, water, and they think that she is the woman who should indeed be re-elected as Member of Parliament for Southern Trelawny. Thank you so much for watching Women in Politics. I am your fluffy diva, Miss Kitty.
When in Jamaica, I know I can always count on one place to get to where I'm going. I'm able to unlock the true Jamaican experience with Budget Car Rental. There's a car for every mood, taste, and journey I plan to take. Whether it is business or a quick scenic trip around the island, Budget has just what I need at 4 convenient locations. With my busy schedule, being able to book online makes it even more worthwhile. Budget is with me for the long haul.